Hey everyone, just before I get this uncut and unedited video going, I just want to let you know the climate absolutely sucks. Um, Basically, when I had done this exact same trail quite a while ago, I have been younger, more fit. I think I just got better sleep. Better sleep. I ate something better in the morning. I don't know whatever the situation is. I am serious about climbing now, and I will be doing this much better next year. You know, I obviously haven't shown you any of this, but I have bought hiking poles, a hiking backpack. I will be storing plenty of water. I will not be leaving in the middle of the day. I will be leaving in the morning because you didn't see this. I still gotta get the third battery, but that's gonna be hopefully I can get that from another vendor because I don't want to have to pay for shipping for that. But I have all year to figure that out. I'm more concerned about the ski videos by far, and I do have two batteries at least for the X3. The other thing is I um, was combative with myself. I did not get a trail map. So the first time I did this trail, which took me about 2 or 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours, I didn't go the wrong way. Yeah. Um, you'll notice that I end up somewhere in this video that is not where I want to be. And then I get stressed out, and then I decide, oh, but you know what? Now we've found the right place. I make the stupid decision of trying to go up the correct way. They're just I have to make a lot better decisions from now on. I've got my GPS turned on so people will know where I am. I have a hiking backpack with plenty of water and supplies. God forbid I should get caught on the mountain overnight. Um, and as I said, hiking poles, which you'll notice several times. I stop because I forgot how I wasn't shooting video. I totally forgot about this because I didn't shoot video the first time I climbed this Wildcat thing. Shot a couple of pictures, but and I'll even note because I do get to the point where I shot pictures. You miss about the final hour. Like I even think I'm there, and I'm not. It was a very stressful climb. Obviously, I didn't capture the whole thing because I made so many clips. I was out there for 6 hours, not including the 2 hours that it took to come down Wildcat, which is what I did the first time. I came down the ski resort the first time I did this, but I had left at 10 a.m. I hit the peak at 2 p.m. and I was down the bottom at 4 p.m. This time, I left at 12 p.m. I noticed I had made a mistake at 2 p.m. I went back, then crossed over to the correct trail. Started to ascend the correct trail at 3 p.m. Reached the top of the correct trail at 7 p.m. Sun was going down. Pitch black at 9 p.m. by the time I reached the base. And still had to climb and just it's all on me. It's all my fault. I wasn't ready. I will be ready next year. I bought ski poles, a backpack that I'm going to load up with tons of water. I did not do that. I had two waters in the morning. Thought that was gonna do it. No, I'm gonna have like trail mix and everything. I'm gonna take legitimate breaks. I just want you to know that next year's climbing video, because I do intend to do a climbing video next year, is going to be a bazillion times better. And now for an absolutely terrible climbing video. I'm not bothering to, I'm adding this at the start of it. I'm not bothering to add any edits or any cuts to this. Like, but I do want to put it up there. Because as bad as the climbing is, you know, it's still a video. Still gonna get some nice shots. It is a 360 video with some very nice shots. And, well, here it is.
Alright, so I actually watched the Saco River videos last night. I was complaining about how I didn't know it was going to turn out. But with the water and blah-de-blah-de-blah. Guys, based on a couple of clips I watched, it actually looked okay. So we're going to do a trail called Wildcat D. I am not going to start it just yet. I am going to, for future summer videos, I am actually going to buy a third battery because I have a charger I got from my mom along with a second battery that could charge 3. I didn't bring it with me. Should have. I've added that to my list. I'm going to buy a third battery for my birthday along with, there are actually some newer waterproof lenses I saw last night. God, I wish those had those because I would have had the waterproof lenses and the camera wouldn't have overheated in that first part. But hey, I'm learning, and the fact is I still got some really great shots in Saco, which I am pleasantly surprised by. So as you can see, it does say the Wildcat Ridge Trail. We're actually doing what's known as Wildcat D. It's a little longer than that. Just because it does take a while, I'm not sure we'll be able to do it going down. So again, last year I didn't get all the way up. I did the, I want to say Mount Stanton Trail. I am keeping a list of trails I've done. That would have been the second time, maybe the third time I did the Mount Stanton Trail. I can say for sure, even though it said Wildcat Ridge Trail, and that confused me too, I'm actually doing what's known as the Wildcat D Trail. Because it's like technically Wildcat D Trail is part of the Wildcat Ridge Trail. But a lot of trails share each other. Like technically I am on the Lost Pond Trail right now, which is part of the Wildcat D Trail, which is part of the Wildcat Ridge Trail. I am gonna go up a little bit before I start filming, just to make sure I have enough battery. I did charge both last night. Lost Pond Trail goes up around this. I know where you want to go up. You know what, why not? Oh, and also, the last year I had several complaints. Those complaints coming from me, I should say, about not doing well climbing. I am in my hiking boots today, and already I can feel the difference. I have no slippage whatsoever. There are also going to be some climbing rocks, some rock climbing sections. I do recall it. I've never filmed this trail before, but if you look at my Facebook, hopefully the I did down 2 things of vitamin water, so and have some but see, I shouldn't be talking while I climb, so I'm going to take a deep breath. This is a 2,000-foot climb approximately. I'll put the actual elevation. You can actually look on AllTrails at the official Wildcat D specs. It starts at 2,000 something, it ends at 4,000 something, so this is going to take 2 or 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours to climb. And obviously I don't think I'll be able to climb it back down. I do have 2 batteries, but I will be making clips every now and again. And when I say clips, I don't mean start and stop like yesterday. And I'm not going to make the mistake of last year. I'm going to trust my camera this year. I think what I'm gonna do is maybe record straight with this first battery and be more conservative with the second battery. I'm gonna stop talking so I can keep my breath. If you look at last year's video, you notice how flat it started. This one isn't quite starting as flat. And it will get even steeper. Ski trail. Jeez. No, I really wish I remembered where to go. Luckily, I know that that way is Wildcat Ski Resort. And Wildcat D is essentially, in fact, it is. No, we need to go this way. I am going to get lost a little down the bottom because they have several trails down here at the bottom. Once you legitimately get started on Wildcat D trail, there's only one trail. United States Forest Service. I'm going to assume this is the trail. Again, it's been years since I did this one. I did the Mount Stanton one once before this, and then twice after. One with the old camera, the Sony, and one with this camera last year, with just one battery. I don't remember the bottom much, but we'll know we're going the right way when we reach slight rock climbing portions. I have taken several pictures. Several years ago when I did this trail for the first time, Wildcat D, I had taken several pictures. Unfortunately, clouds are coming in, so I don't know how good the views are going to be. But there'll still be views. I had to do this today because it's actually going to rain tomorrow. Again, Wildcat D starts out pretty easy. There are more rocks on this trail. Did I record the Mount Langdon or Pickering Trail? I think it was Langdon. Whichever one starts from... Oh. Cut. I'm going to be doing my best to cut the people out of this. Unlike the Saco River, this trail's not one of the busier ones, so I should be able to cut the people out without losing much. Plus, those moments where I cut the people out will be a chance for me to, for a minute or two, grab my breath. Again, we haven't hit any steep moments yet. I am going to keep the recording going though, yeah, so far. You can actually see we've started to ascend. People coming down, that makes me think we're going the right way. And the weird thing is, the absolute worst case scenario is I do the wrong trail and you get something different. We are higher than we started though. Again, it's been a very, very long time. This was the second hiking trail I ever did, and the first one I ever completed. Because that first time yeah, we're pretty far up now. I wouldn't quite say 10%, but close to it. That's going to be a little low. I'm going to be buying, as I said, those new premium lens protectors that Insta360 just came out with. They're essentially like the waterproof case. They're not quite as waterproof. They don't go to 33 feet, they go to 11 feet. Which for me is fine. I'll keep the dive case, as they call it, for diving. But that case is still waterproof for plenty. And it doesn't cover the body of the camera. I mean, the body won't overheat. Okay, I gotta be quiet. We're gonna start the first, maybe second true ascension. There's more to this. I might cut that, or I might keep it in because it is short. I want to take my first break where the sunshine is. If you get that Flintstones reference, good for you. Oh, actually, can we take the shortcut? Nah, I don't know how developed it is. We're gonna take the normal way. I'll tell you what, compared to last year, using the actual hiking boots, this is a dream compared to using those shoes from last year. Alright, that's a good point to take my first break. I didn't sit after all because I just noticed there's one more impossible section coming. First true rock climb section, so let's get over that before I take my break. Climb time. See that rock up there? On the other side of the rock is the first rock I took a picture of, and ironically enough, it's close to our first image of good. Gotta go over that way first, I think. Or do I still go up? Oh, I still go up this way. I go up this way first, then back the other direction. There's a blue point on that trail, so we know we're on the right way path. Second time I've had to use hands. See, unlike rock walls though, this is ironically easier for me because the rocks are bigger. I can actually get my hands around them. Yikes. I've come up pretty far. Thankfully, the fact that these trails are so traveled means the footsteps are okay. Ugh. I did mention this was going to get harder, right? Well, I'd say we've reached that point with that first hard section there. Ironically enough, I'm going to step over here though. Yeah, I could have climbed up there apparently, but this is going to be my first rest section. I'm going to sit right down on there. You can see, again, it is slightly cloudy out today. And yes, I realize at this point the trees are blocking it, but you can still see the top of the mountains. That mountain over there is where I took the picture originally. That mountain was in it too. Once we get up to the top here, the scenery is going to be actually really nice. And you can see where I started. Let's go up one more. Because if we go up a couple more feet, I should be able to get a decent. Let's go up there to that marked tree before making the cut. I've gotten better at climbing too, so ironically enough, this might actually be fast. Okay, so that tree branch is going to be in the way, so I'll make one step down. There's actually a nice flat section right there. Make that a flatter section. At this point, you can see where I started over there. The road where I started. There were two driveways. If you look, I don't know how detailed this is, but if you look, there's like a yellow sign. My car is parked a couple feet from that, near the buildings, near that first building. That's not a guide, never mind. I decided to not do Tucker Ridge Ravine, Tucker Ridge Trail. I'm testing something. I'm testing whether 4 hours mean 4 hours up, 4 hours down. This is like it says 3.5 trail, or whether it's a round trip, which for me is going to be longer. But in retrospective, it can be done round trip 4 or 5 hours, and that's round trip 6 or 7 hours. And next year, I mean, think about it. Going all the way up 3/4 up the trail took me 4 or 5 hours when I did it last year. Granted, I did partly the Mount Washington and the Tuckerman Ravine Trail and the other trail that's used as the downhill ski trail. You're going to see Tuckerman's Ravine. It's that bowl in there. I made it to that, the pin that quite blocks the bowl. I made it to just under that. So, in fact, I think you could see the little hole there, a little bit down. Needless to say, my finger's not pointing in the right spot. But picture that, and picture me over to the right where you see the incline. Picture me 3/4 of the way up there. I got pretty damn close. There's like a little valley over there to the right, but that the camera can see, that starts the ascent into the Tuckerman Ravine Bowl. I got into the start of that little valley where there's like a lake and everything, which for me is decent. And it's a great start. We'll be able to see that better as I ascend up. I'm gonna make a clip. So I was originally a little concerned that we might have had an overheating issue, but the last clip was 7 minutes and 22 seconds long. So I didn't check whether it played or not, but if it successfully recorded at 7 minutes 22 seconds, I'm under the assumption that we're good. I'm in the last part of this steep section. It looks like it levels out a little bit. Fair warning, when I go down, I've never done this down. I might go down the Wildcat Ski Resort Trail. There's a designated hiking trail on the Wildcat Ski Resort, unlike Attitash. You can hike down. It's a little shorter than this. I've seen recall taking 4 hours to do this and 2 hours to do that. Then you do have to hike about a mile, 1.1 miles back to the starting area, but that's all flat. First moment we get to go down. I forgot this. It's been so long since I've done this trail. I forgot there was any time where you got to go down on this trail. I hope that this doesn't hit any, bugs. Gotta stay centered with my camera. Again, I'm very shocked with how well the gotta dip under there. I'll be shocked if my camera can hold that. Well, I don't know if we're gonna do direct here yet. Directly facing forward, in which case you just saw the ground. Or if I'm gonna... Oh, there are too many turns in this trail. I don't think I'm gonna use the horizon lock on or off, whatever it is, for this video. I think this video, just like the ski videos, I'm going to keep it pointed forward, since I am wearing a helmet and looking where I want it to go. Although again, if I can combo clips, maybe I'll have clips that have combos of me facing forward and it going the way it's supposed to. Oh boy. This is where we're gonna get lost. This is where we're gonna get lost. Looks like there's a split here. I'm looking for blue. Looking for blue markers. I don't see a blue marker that way. I'm gonna assume it's this way. Because when in doubt, when climbing up, go up. When in doubt. If you keep going up, eventually you'll hit the peak where everything converges. Oh, I see a trail there. This area looks more climbed than the other ones, so I don't know though. I might be off trail. I think I am, but I don't think by far. This area looks pretty clean though. I might have to title this clip, I Get Lost. You know what? I'm going to take a brief break and find the direction. It's somewhere in this area. I couldn't have left that far. Yeah, so I think down was right after all, because this trail looks more clear than that, since it's more walked. I didn't think down was it, but it is. Because this one's clearly walked on. It's clearly trodden with people's feet, so this has got to be it. Well, it doesn't have to be it, but it looks to be it, so... Yeah, see the trail goes over the rocks and continues on that direction, so when in doubt, look for where it looks like the trail has been walked on. There won't be as many plants because people keep walking on it. There'll be things like this, bad boys. You're not supposed to have forest fires in the United States National Forest, White Mountain National Forest, sorry. But after that spotty little moment, we found a section where everything walks. Sorry, what is this? Do you guys see that ski pipe? That's too fast. We might have to go down after all. Guys, that's a snowmaking pipe. What the hell? I didn't get this last time. We are far up. I can actually recognize this trail. I guess maybe I was supposed to go up after all. But I know until that section I was right. I don't know, let's get out for a second. I promise you this isn't a glade at the Wildcat Ski Resort. That's not supposed to be the case. If this is what I think it is, it's one of the I know I shouldn't be doing this, but ugh, it is. Good gracious. We're only halfway up. Unbelievable. This is one of the... What happened? This didn't happen last time I did it. I thought at first this was the black. But look, the Wildcat Peak is all the way up there. Granted, we are halfway up, but I mean, technically I could climb what's known as skier's left, looker's right. Like, I don't know which trail exactly this is, but this isn't what I wanted to do. Good gracious. Can't believe it, but I needed to make another clip and go back the way I came. This is a first. Okay, so attempt number 3, we're going right this time. Not only is that trail, what might have happened is people might have walked on it in order to have, you know, those illegal fires. Granted, we are going to have to go back left. But this trail, again, seems climbed. This one's also more open, which means more people have been on it than just a couple. We're also seeing rocks, and instead of going left, it's going up. We started right, but it went up after that. It's actually down there. I see a blue, I see blue, yes. Okay, that's the first blue icon in a while, which means we are on the right path. Okay, just remember, Brian, blue icon. This has truly become an adventure because I am no longer on the same trail that I climbed last time. I thought maybe I had found it because there was a section like this that I actually took a picture of several years ago. But again, it had been on the climb, so I wonder if maybe it's the one over there. But you can see this is pure steep. Oh, there's a trail down there. I wonder if maybe the trail, they did mention there was a trail down there. I could actually see it. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. We just know basically, you know, at this point it's an adventure. We just got to keep going up. There are a whole bunch of trails. We just got to keep going up. Worst case scenario, whoops, I failed. And still got an adventure. I feel a little drizzled. And this is still a phenomenal view. Ironically enough, because it's more open, this is actually better than the view that I originally took a shot of, which I think probably because it's more, I'm just a little further away from the exit. I did take a picture of this. You can see Tuckerman is open now. I'm going to keep my head facing one way for this. I'm sorry, that's Tuckerman. Which one's Tuckerman? Darn. See, one of them is Tuckerman, the other one's I think called the Pickery Bowl. I think that's Tuckerman because it's the bigger one. And there's another bowl over there. You can see the Pinkham Notch Center where we started. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to turn that way. That's where we came. This is 16. That's Detour, and that's back to Bartlett. You can see the very peak. I think it's Wildcat A. We're not going that high. But we're halfway up the Wildcat ski resort, which ends at Wildcat D. I knew this was too short to be there yet, which is why I came back this way. And because I haven't had to pop in my other battery yet. Granted, I have gotten better at climbing, so let's move on. Even if I have to make my own way, we're reaching Wildcat D's peak. So I hate to say it, but I might have gone the complete wrong way based on what someone just told me. And I may not be able to get to Wildcat Peak D without cheating and using the ski resort trail. Worst case scenario, I've done a trail that I've never done before. And if that's true, let's take this different way down, which is part of a trail. Because it sucks that while I didn't make it all the way back up to Wildcat, this isn't the same place, is it? Oh, it can't be. Oh my god, it is, isn't it? Then which trail did I take? It is. Which trail did I take? Well, that's going to be an interesting twist. This whole time, the reason I got lost was I took a trail I didn't plan to. I took the wrong one. I didn't take the Wildcat D trail like I thought I did. The Wildcat D trail is apparently more over there. Who knows? Maybe I can still correct this, because I've still got my other battery. I mean, we still got up to the top of A trail, because the person did confirm that it is the end of A trail. And I don't mean Wildcat A, because Wildcat A is higher than D. In fact, it's actually or not higher, but it's further out. It's longer. Yeah, this is not the same trail that we were just on, actually. We're going down a different trail. One that takes us further away from the mountain. Because I didn't do a section like this. I wonder what trail this is. Well, whatever the case, I'm finally going to have a trail for... Oh no, wait a minute. Over here, look. We have done this section right here. Right? So we've only gone up, a guesstimate here, about 1,000 feet. Based on what I know about the Wildcat Ski Resort. Over 1,000 feet for sure, but I'd even be tempted to say 1,500, but definitely not the full 2,000. Probably 2/3 up the resort, because that seemed like it was the lower section of the black that went Looker's left. I'm sorry, Looker's right and Skier's left. Man, I really need those. Sorry, I gotta look down for a second. Sucks I did the wrong trail. Ironically enough, I may still be able to correct this with only 20 or 30 minutes of a detour. But I do feel rain coming. Worst case, I think I do actually have another weekend off. Well, actually, worst case, I do this again next year with a map. I don't know. I figured it out the first time without a map. Actually, that might not be true. It was so long ago. I think I looked at the map before I started it last time. Can I go this way? Because if I can go this way, if Wildcat D Trail really is over here, and I go this way, I would eventually hit it. Oh, but it's really growing in there. Give me a second. I want to see if I can correct it and get over to the Wildcat D Trail. Check this out. There's actually, I went down a little bit. I was right up there. And this is the way we went. We went left. Because I thought it was time to climb. However, notice blue marks go in this direction. Signifying there's an actual trail this way as well. Ouch. Or there should be anyway. So let's walk this way a little while. See, there's another blue mark up there. So even though this looks grown in, and initially I wasn't going to do it, the fact that there are blue marks here means that this should be an actual trail. And we know we need to, that Wildcat D is in that direction. So maybe I made a mistake and didn't even start Wildcat D, but I can get over there. So to be clear, we're walking to the right, and we're just going to keep walking to the right in the hope that whatever this is leads us to the Wildcat D trail, which should be over in that direction. There is a lot of growth here, which concerns me. Worst case scenario, we know back to walk back that direction. Goodness sake, what is all this? I hope this growth goes away soon. Ugh. Clearly, people don't walk those trails much. Nonetheless, a trail it does seem to be. Oh look, there's actually walking here. There's a semi-walked area here. Looks like people walk that way as well. People have walked here. Ugh. We do need to keep an eye out for any blue. Okay, that is really grown in there. Like really, really. Looks like someone might have gone up this way. No. I was originally given up, but I see a tree with a blue marker up there. Even though it looked grown in, the blue marker means you're going the right way. I'm actually going to climb, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually going to climb back up and do it. Because I'd rather walk through all that stuff to get to the right trail than stay lost here in the woods. It is unfortunate that I have to walk through all this. But that blue marker over there means that it's the right way. Oh, I see. There is a little trail hidden in here. I didn't see the little hidden walkway. So I wasn't wrong. I should have gone just a little further. And there's a tree over there with another blue marker. This has got to be right. There wouldn't be this many trees with blue markers. I could understand it being the end of the trail, like that other blue marker trail was. There were blue markers, but it was technically the end of the trail. But this one's got so many blue markers and they keep leading you in a certain direction, that even if this isn't the Wildcat D trail, it's leading you somewhere. It's old and grown in, which means people don't use it that much. But it is the right way. So let's not give up yet. There's another blue marker down there. I'm just keeping my eyes out for blue markers and following them. jeez. All this growth. I don't think I've ever been on a trail with this much growth. Ugh. Shoot. What is all this stuff? I need to look up what this is. I thought it was something poisonous, but I haven't started itching or anything, so maybe not. There we are again. I'm gonna make a clip, but there is a tree there with a blue mark. Forget the tree with a blue mark. There's a bridge, a man-made bridge. Oh, darn it! I'm starting to feel, even under tree cover, I'm starting to feel the rain. I hate to say this, but we might not make it to Wildcat D after all today. And this is my last day here. I mean, technically I could do it tomorrow, but I gotta drive home. So probably not. Still, it's an adventure in the mountains. We made it halfway up Wildcat. Blue? Blue icon anywhere, anyone? That's really grown in there. Like really, really. I don't see a path this time. Do we go up there? Oh no. You know, I thought it was going to rain tomorrow. But, oh my god, I feel it coming down. I'm going to call it halfway up and a trail that I've never done. This whole area is open. At this point, we're gonna make our way down. We're gonna make our own tracks. And eventually, if I'm not mistaken, this trail should merge with whatever trail we took. This trail will eventually hit it. As long as we keep going down. And let's go to the right too. And if we keep going down and right, we'll eventually meet up with the trail we originally came from. Because I can promise you this. If we had made it to Wildcat D and gotten up to that original point I mentioned, the one with the rock climb, that would have been miserable in the rain. Because it's out in the open. Oh God. Sorry, I don't mean to use the Lord's name in vain. Oh. Even if we had found the right path to Wildcat D, this would have been turnaround time. Oh, this would have been turnaround time. I gotta take it off to find the path. So, after climbing down about 10, 15 more minutes, climbing down into the left, I did eventually hit the trail. Right before the original climb point I showed you. And I don't mean the Wildcat D trail, I mean whatever trail I did. So, I don't want to completely ruin the video. I figured, you know what? Screw it. I've never climbed in the rain before. Granted, I'm climbing down. But when I found out what trail this was, I'm going to want to mark it as complete, since granted I was off for about 10-15 minutes, but I'm going to add this to the all the way up and all the way down. Like the Wildcat D trail, that one time I did it all the way up, and then I went back down the ski trail. I still had fun. Ironically enough, this trail might end up... I did this a lot. I did this faster. It was still a 1,000 foot climb at least. I'll have to find out what trail I did and get its stats. As for a video, I think what I'm going to do... That's the way I came. No, ski trail. Yeah, it says ski trail. And I decided to not go ski trail. I went up. See, I should have gone right here. Brian, this is the note for the future. The Square Ledge Trail. That's actually a ledge. That's actually the name. Square Ledge Trail is what we did, I'm willing to bet. Starting there, going there. And that's the trail. I'm willing to bet that direction over to the right is Wildcat D. I'll keep that in mind for next time. This is a reminder for me. You don't go to the ski. You don't go to the ski trail. I knew that the first time. You know what? Screw it. I want to check it out. I want to make sure for when I come up here next summer that this is the Wildcat D trail. The rain's letting up a little bit. I'm not miserable, and I'm still on my first battery. So where that was mentioned, I went right this time. There's another blue mark. And this one is more traveled. If the rain tapers off, you know, can't hurt to try. I didn't go down that far, so I'm willing to bet we're still minimum a quarter of the way up the mountain, perhaps even 1/3. Wait a second. I wonder if this is a loop trail. That's going to take me back to where we were. That's what it might end up being. That connection that I originally took. It might end up being a loop trail. That would explain so much. The bridge. Oh my God. That bridge we were at. And that's why I didn't see any blue now after that. This is a loop trail. Wait a minute, this is a different bridge. This is a different bridge. The other bridge went in the other direction. Breathe getting hard again. That's it. I recognize this place. This is where we stopped. Only on the other side. You can go back and watch the video. I'm not going to obsess over that last little piece right there that connects the two. Yeah, it's all grown in. You can see the downed tree where I originally stopped. This is the other side. It's a loop trail. It is a loop trail. This way was a little shorter, so I'm going to go around this way. That's the reason there were two arrows. This whole time it is one trail, it's a loop. Which means that the trail's completion. The trail's completion isn't up and down. It's one way and then go back the other way. Though in our case we flip-flopped things and did it as two separate trails, each side up and down. So thankfully, knowing that fact, I don't have to do this. Oh, I'm not going to go down, and I'm not going to go down through the woods again. Still, if I had desired to, I could have gone through that really grown in part. Then I would have reached this part and gone down it, and I would have looped. Oh well. Whatever the trail we did was good. The loop trail we threw in there for fun. And Wildcat D, it's somewhere over there. I should have looked. The good news is, we know for next time that if I reach this point right here, or it might be right up here, for future reference, Brian, Where is it? Oh well, new adventures and everything. I'm an optimist. I took a new adventure. We still got some tricky climb areas. And you had to, even though it's not what I want to do, that's primarily why I was mad, was because it wasn't what I wanted to do. And it started raining. But, even though that's the case, it was a new adventure. Can't say anything bad about that. So where is the start point? The lower portion of the loop is actually really decent. So here we are, this is the point. That goes to the ski trail. You can actually, from here you can actually see, screw it, let's do it. We're not gonna make it to Wildcat D, so let's go to ski trail. Unlike the other one, which I did by mistake, this is actually, yeah, see, this is the intended way to get to that same, to that same ski trail. This is that same ski trail, but it's going to be on the lower portion. In fact, honestly, I could call it here. Legit, I could say I'm going to walk down the green here. Way up in there is where we originally were. The unintentional way to get there. No, wait a second. We did this, didn't we? Very grown in. Very grown in. I'm not going to go any further. But you can see it's over there. The ski trail. Because we did this up in that section up there. We did it. And we basically ran parallel to the actual trail while in the woods. So we ended up a little higher on the ski trail. Which I think we were on the lower part of whatever black that is. But we could have been on the part of the blue. I mean the upper part of the green or blue. Brian, insert a clip here of whatever trail that was. Okay, so now that we know what ski trail that was, we're just going to go back down. Me being optimistic seems to have stopped the rain. So we're going to do the same, oh wait, this might actually say the trail name. Square Ledge, yeah, see, Square Ledge Trail. And then it ends in a loop. So I did the Square Ledge Trail. I'll have to get stats on that. Ladies, look out. Should we do a lookout? Let's do a lookout. I've still got my spare battery, so. A 100 feet, that basically means 1 minute. The rain is really getting lighter, so we're getting even more optimistic. So ladies, look out. There are ladies, look out in there. Yeah, definitely look out. But there's where we started. We are easily low down back to the ground. I dare say under a quarter of the way up the mountain. Sun's coming out. We went pretty far down, which means that there really is no way to get to the Wildcat D trail if you don't start right at the bottom. You have to start it correctly in the lake. I remember doing the lake originally. I really don't want to get wet. So careful steps, because the rocks are wet. And wet rocks are slippery. Thankfully, my boots are helping out a lot here. You can hear the cars, so you know we're close to the road. We're pretty far down, so my question now becomes, where did I go wrong? Where did I make a left instead of a right? Looks like on the way down I might have actually made a right instead of a left. Look at where I'm ending up. There's a sign over there. This is where we started. This general area. Yeah, Pick'em Notch is over there. The Pick'em Notch Visitor Center. Let's see what the sign says. Lost Pond. Yeah, that's where we went. And we were here, we went up Ladies Lookout Square Ledge. I want to correct myself here. Should I have gone right and stayed right? Could I still correct this now that the sun's come back out? Going right. Because this is bringing up back memories where I think I had to travel this Lost Pond Trail for a 10th of a mile before reaching the Wildcat D trail. Problem is, now all the rocks are going to be wet. But I've still got a whole spare battery to use, you guys. What time is it? I've got my phone. It's 3:19. Oops. 3:19. Look, I gotta go home tomorrow. I'm not gonna have a time for any reshoots. Let's go, let's do it. Let's go this direction and see what happens. If this is right, I'll have a recording in to know what to do next year. to do the Lookout Pond Trail for 1/10 of a mile. If I'm recalling correctly, this might actually be what leads to the Wildcat D trail. That's the troublesome thing about a lot of these trails. They may be named like the Wildcat D trail, but yeah, I often have to do another trail to start them. I don't see anyone though. There's a river over there. We've gone very far this direction. However, we haven't hit any growth. Guys, this rings a bell from several years ago, being so close to the river. And this. Oh my god, I think this is the way I should have gone originally. I'm not kidding that this rings a bell. All these wooden platforms. I originally thought I'd maybe taking a shortcut, but no, it turns out you gotta go this way. You gotta go all the way to the right before you start going up. Because otherwise we hit that cliff that I hit. I'm actually drying off. I'm in a better mood already. Can't believe I'm going to say this, but we might not be able to do Wildcat D today after all. I just might have to be more conservative with my battery. I feel like I missed something though. Could just be because I've been walking so much, but I don't remember having to go this far to the right to hit the Wildcat D start point. So I just saw some hikers on this trail, which means that it's still active, and they were coming down. So if everyone's coming down, that means they went up already. And the fact that it's this late in the day gives me hope that since they're coming down so late, they must have they're people with backpacks, so they probably went up early in the morning. And if that's true, that they went up early in the morning and are just coming down now, this would be correct. This has been more than 1/10 of a mile, you guys. I haven't seen any trail markings, but this is clearly a trail, so that's good news. Especially since we ran into someone, which means... Oh, trail marker, there it is. It's a blue trail marker. Oh boy. If this was the pond trail, it wouldn't have us climbing. I think we hit Wildcat Part D. It can't be the same trail because we went very, very far to the right. And I know that the Wildcat Part D trail hooks left. I think when we did the first time, we hooked left too soon. Huh. Wow, I'm still recording. On the first battery of my dad. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it and save it. No, that's not right. This isn't Wildcat D either. But whatever. Let's just see where this goes. And then we'll call it a day. There's another pond over here. I can tell you for sure that wasn't the case when I did the Wildcat D trail. There was only one. On the off chance Wildcat D is over here, I'm still going to save the battery. Just confirmed, yeah, you want to go right and keep going right to the second pond. Follow these white things. I forgot about that because last time I went without any directions as well. This is a reminder for myself. So we're not going to have enough battery to climb back down. But again, if I'm conservative, we might still, the sun has come out, it's shining on me, and I've only got today. Oh. So screw it, we're gonna do it. So you guys, I'm looking at it this way. All right, so for future reference, I guess I'll make this as its own video starting now. You want to go right past the first pond, then you want to continue going right past the second larger pond. Then you want to, well, that point you just keep going right. And you'll go down a couple of hills, there'll be a couple points where you got to jump, several bridges, and you get to this sign where it says Wildcat Ridge Appalachian Trail to the left, 19-mile Brook Trail, 4.8 miles to the left, Route 16, 0.1. I'm going to do that later. that's where I should be parking, on Route 16, however you want to say it. I'm gonna have to be conservative with the battery here. So since if you want to see like general climbing in the trees, that'll be the last video. I'm gonna wait until I'm out in the open before resuming the video. For the record, that trail I just did, the Lost Pond Trail, you can add the Lost Pond Trail to your list of completed trails, Brian, as well as the one that was in the other video. And that one's 1 mile long. And that other one over there is not a trail, that's just a tenth of a mile to the roadway, which is what I'll do after climbing this trail. You know, I've decided I am gonna capture a couple of the climb sections. I know I've only got 80 minutes of recording, but we should at least capture the first climb section. Oh. You will notice this is steeper than the last one we did, or the Mount Langdon one from last year. And wet. That's going to be the dangerous thing. Thankfully my boots seem to be able to handle wetness. It's going to be more of the same. So just to conserve battery power, I'll wait for the next steep spot. White icons are what I want to follow. I initially didn't think this rocky thing with no sign of a trail was my next steep segment. However, the white thing says it is. I'm going to take a break after this. Mm. I'm going to take my first break here. Oh my god, it's starting to rain again. Or is that just, no, it's rain. Even if I don't make the peak, this is a good little preview for what next year has in store. Once I have 3 batteries. Or 2. Almost there. I lied. Did I mention last time I did this was 8 years ago? Let's finish up to that tree there. Then I'll clip it. Nice flat spot there. Oh wait, I think we're supposed to go that way, aren't we? So I'm going to climb up a little bit without the camera running, just to save battery. So that's the section I just skipped. Look at how high up we are. It's honestly a shorter amount of time because everything's so steep. You got to get down on your hands and, well, not hands and knees, but your arms and hands and arms, we'll say. That whole section, I stopped at right there. This whole section. It looks like they're gonna get a little easier now. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's the way you gotta go, isn't it? Right. So I know that there's a white thing down there pointing in that direction. If I recall correctly, that's wrong. Oh look, there's a white thing up there, yeah. So at that white thing on the tree, even though, if you look down there, it's over to the, over to the left. That's where going down. I've taken an image of this before. This is where it actually gets rock climbing. We're about to where we were in the other trail, and unfortunately it is rain again. Here's the reality, you guys. You can't climb this when you're my boots are slipping around. It is a long way down. I'm very disappointed, but I'm gonna have to call it. Probably. I'm probably gonna have to call it. See, look at how far down that is. This is the first legitimate rock climb section. And I do remember these because you have to go up these You have no choice. This was not as hard. But there's one more right after this. If you watch my other video, I remember complaining something was wrong because I didn't recognize the rock climb section. Because it was too steep, it led into a cliff that was impossible to climb. This is the right lift. This is the right cliff. Oh, I just feel myself starting to slip. Ideally, I'd like to get up to the peak though. That's the image that I remember taking. Right there. Told you there was a second one. This is it. This is that image that I took. Which, interestingly enough, means that we are shockingly close to the top. This is where that original image comes from. Look at how high up we are compared to the other video, or the earlier clips. I'm going to put the stop on this video. I'm going to make a clip. Hopefully it stops raining for a little bit. Alright, ready? I seem to recall this being the final super steep section. It's the ultimate test. And even if I can't make it all the way up to D Peak, if I can get over this, I'll consider it accomplished. And what you gotta do, it's gonna be really hard. Put in the finger holds. Oh. See, as I thought, it's gonna be hard because it's slippery and wet. But if I can slowly but surely get up to these and hang on. Last time I did this, I had my camera. With my phone camera, and I had to toss my phone all the way up. I think what I gotta do is get my foot over here. I'm on this side. Right? I don't remember how I did it last time. Good thing we got a video this time. Oops. Double oops. I'm on my hands and knees now. This is what I wanted. Because now I can get my left foot in there, my right foot in there. I remember this, my right hand in there, my left hand in there, both hands in the upper portion. Both feet there. Right foot up a little bit. Right foot on that side of the rock just to be still. Oh my God. Man, this bad day just got a whole lot better, you guys. This means we're coming up on the spot where I originally shot things. Even if I was to turn around a minute from here, look how far up we are. Wow. Good gracious. 100% though, I am going back down the ski resort trail. What's not the ski resort trail known as the 3 Mile Trail. 100% I'm walking back down that. I got to do this all again. That's where I shot the original clip from. The original thing from years ago. I don't know how much better. Well, I don't. These seem to have like tree cover because they're actually not that wet. I'm not getting any slippage on these. They do have more natural footholds though, so. But this is it. This is where I originally shot that image from years ago. The Pick 'em Notch Center. Where is it? I don't know. But that's where I should have parked. We're gonna have to walk about a half a mile back to the Pick 'em Notch Center when I'm back down. Unless, as I said, I'm probably gonna go down the ski trail. But at this point, we're gonna start moving back left. I'm gonna hold on the battery for now. It's actually pretty decent right now. So since the battery's a little decent, and we're, I dare say, more than halfway up, let's run it for a little while. Ironically, at this point, it would be easier to just complete the trail and then walk down the ski trail than to walk all this again. Sorry, after all that, I'm actually going to sit for a few minutes. Sun's come out again. Think that way. You know, I really should have remembered the Wildcat Trail is really rocky. That's another way to tell if I'm going the right way or not. Steep rocks. Oh, I do have to go over there, shoot. Let's see here. Almost done with this section, actually. Well, it may not have been able to capture the whole thing, but I captured the parts that matters. Yikes. Ooh. I think it's gonna flatten out after this point. I know when we start to move left, it's all flat until you hit the top of the ski resort. I'm gonna climb that on my own. I'm gonna climb this whole piece on my own just to preserve battery. Looking at looking at my battery, it actually says I still have quite some time. I've been so conservative. I'm actually not. I'm gonna take a chance and leave it running. Whoa. I think it's saying that it takes 3.5 hours. Really is round trip. Granted, it's round trip from the actual start point, which I have never used on 16, not at Peak of Notch. If that's true, then maybe this battery can make it all the way up to the top after all. We're so high up, I mean. We are easily higher up than the other trail. The other trail was even easier than the Mount Langdon or Stratton trail. I mean Stratton, whichever one I did last year. This one's way harder because it's steeper and there's more of the rocks. At least we know we're going the right way. Oh boy. Did I mention there's less air in the higher elevations? Nice place to sit. Gotta be close. Okay. Oh, come on. Change the position of the camera. Knees. Maybe not. Another quick break. We are so close though. Go on forever. I know it ends sometimes. I've done it once before. Jeez. Up and over. That's secure. I think the hard part's over. I lied. I do seem to recall there being two really hard spots. This is the other. But if I'm not mistaken, after this, there might be one or two more steep climbs and then that's it. You have no idea how close we are to the top. Feel the drizzle again. We are almost there. Times don't say it again. I think we're close to the finish. Look, these rocks are getting bigger. They turn more into cliffs. Trees are your friend. Hey. So again, we're gonna keep climbing. Based on what I heard, there's about an hour left. I don't know if that's quite true. We're also not going to Wildcat A, we're going to Wildcat. Technically it's Wildcat E. Wildcat D is just beyond what all of us skiers refer to as Wildcat E, and Wildcat E is where the Wildcat Ski Resort goes up to. Not official, but unofficially it's Wildcat E. Oh yeah, the hard part's over. Well, it's gonna be a little hard now, still, but shouldn't be as hard as that. We're coming up on another lookout point. Wow. Pick-up notch way over there is where we started. As I said, we're gonna go down the ski resort. That's why we're gonna have to quit at the ski resort and not go down D. And that's where I should have started, over there. We are much higher up than the last time we... Where was that last cliff? It's way down there. At the cliff we were about halfway up. At this point, I mean, look, there's a beautiful shot. Look, there's like, there are gonna be a couple spots, but we are so far up now, way more far up than I've ever recorded. I've recorded Mount Stanton. We are much further up than Mount Stanton at this point. Remember how I said it was going to flatten out? Here's the proof. We're going to have some ups and downs. There's still going to be some climbs. I think I got a cliff here, don't I? fun. Whew. It is starting to level out though, compared to the climbs I had recently. This is a breeze. Plus I'm getting a nice breeze, an actual breeze. Look, I'm in a glade right now. I'm going to cut it here for a little while. The battery still looks good. Like really good, like it hasn't even hit the halfway point yet. But we're way past it at this point. I'd be so bold just to say we're 3/4. We've turned left. And you know what that means? It's about to get a hell of a lot easier. See, now it's going to take us towards the ski trails on a nice easy path. Only this time, when we end up at ski trails, we're going to be at the peak of the Wildcat Ski Resort. Well, it's mostly easy. Short little spouts like this, I don't care. It's not a super long run. We're still climbing up, but the steepness is greatly reduced. You know, last time I did this, I ran it, but I hadn't made the stupid mistake of climbing up some other trail. Quick break. You're so slow. It's not wet. Ironically, if you crawl it, it's easy. And just to be 100% sure, we have a marker there. Guys, we're coming up to a viewpoint. I think it's all downhill from here, which in this case is a good thing. This is the first time I've had to legitimately go down. Remember that easy section I mentioned? I think we're in it. If so, then Brian, remember it's after that third lookout point there. Oh boy. I have to go down. It really is all downhill from here, which means as far as our maximum height goes, we hit it back there. Because the ski resort is lower than that. Unfortunately, due to time, I'm going to have to call it at the ski resort. So once again, Wildcat E won't have quite been completed. I mean, Wildcat D won't have quite been completed. Thing is, I have no choice but to complete Wildcat D now, though, because I have to get over to ski resort. I'm going to do this one without the camera. Shoulders a little shrug there. My shoulders hurt after that. All these sections. Once again, we have this type of road, though. This is the second time we've had this road. They say third time's the charm, but I'm pretty sure that it was the second time that you got this long road on this trail. Meant that it was nice and easy from then on out. Could be third time's the charm. Oh, there's down. Look at how flat it is down there, though. I think it was the second time. I think those double boulders there, if I recall correctly, which several times today I haven't, but several times I have as well. Those double boulders, they mean something. I think those double boulders there means you're close. More downhill. Rock. The one advantage is if no one's at Wildcat, then I won't get disturbed if I walk down one of the trails, which at Wildcat you're supposed to be able to do anyway. They do have a designated trail for that. Oh, come on. You know, it wouldn't have been so bad if I hadn't accidentally done that other trail for 2 hours. It is a cliff though, instead of multiple small rocks, so should be generally easier. I'm correct. And that is where boots come into play. My normal shoes would not have been able to do that. I'm going to stop for a seat here though. I thought we were there. I really did. Alright, something tells me the other way was right. Wait, what? Was the middle correct? Did I lose it? Is it this way? I'm lost again. Can't believe it. I hate when people make trails look legit. There are two things of wood blocking that area. Oh, I see. It says water over there. It's for people who are doing the Appalachian Trail when they need water. I need water. But there's no actual water over there. Ready? Oh, it's where do I have to climb? That whole time I was lost, I didn't take a break, so I have to now. Can't do this much longer. Short one though. Ow. Good news about having a video, I'll remember exactly how long it is. And which ways not to go. Oh. Yeah, now the battery's less than half. lost on my breath. Not joking. I am legitimately going to lie down here for a few minutes. First spot where I can actually lie down. Where's my legs? It is beautiful, isn't it? We only got so long before the sun goes down. Look at how short the trees are. We've got another cliff. Very windy. Side, don't I? Last time I did it, it was not windy like this. We're in the back of the Wildcat Ski Resort. And I really honestly thought we were done. Another incline. I don't remember this many. Small one. Big open area, followed by another incline.
Guys, it came to my attention that not only was that the worst climbing video ever, remember how I said there'd be no edited? Guess what? Thank goodness that actually, ironically enough, earlier tonight I figured out that I could do reframing in the Power Director app, and thank goodness for that, because I forgot to turn direction lock on. I just had to manually point, so if you notice it drifting to the left and the right, I'm not going to bother through going through every one of those twists and turns. I kept it as straight as I could. It's a 360 camera, so you can look left and right. I'm going to bed because I just had to edit all 2.5 hours of that. It's a video I really don't care about, which is why I made minimal editing. I didn't want to give you an absolute trash video, so I did add some keyframes, make sure it's straight. Oh god, that was just an even worse video than I thought it was going to be. It's beautiful, it's 4K, it sounds good because it's not in a camera case, and there are some good sections. I'd like to say it's so bad it's good. Well, hopefully you thought the same thing. And hopefully next year's summer videos are much, much better. Speaking of which, I'm setting this up tonight. I still will have to do the Saco River video, which that I will be paying much more attention to the keyframes. Now that I know that I can do that here in the Power Director app, I'll be paying much more attention to the Saco River video. That is the summer video I really care about. I have to get the Saco files, and I have to get the Saco files, and I have to get the other files, the one from when I went to a ropes course and cave. There's actually some beautiful cave videos that I've been really wanting to do, and I was so thrilled. That was going to be my first one. Then I realized, holy smokes, where is everything? Thankfully, fret not, because I remembered where everything was. It's all on my laptop right now. I have to get it transferred over to this computer. I have an external hard drive to do that, but I just wanted to get everything off the computer first. Everything that's on here, off the camera, onto the computer. So all these ones are out of the way. It is exporting right now. Bye-bye climbing video. And bye-bye the rest too. All that's left are the good summer videos. Corn-based videos should be decent. Definitely let me play around with the 360 a lot more. Now I know how to operate the camera correctly. The 360, most important thing, I've even figured out how to get the PC app to behave and be calibrated to my screen. Just have to run it windowed. All things considered, it's time for me to go to bed because I am so darn tired from this. My plan over the next week is to get the files off of the laptop and onto my gaming PC, and get the Saco River videos. There's going to be a Saco River video, and then there's going to be a video of me climbing ropes course, and then in the same video probably some cave climbing. Those are honestly going to be the best videos. But I did want to put this up there. Basically any video I make, I want to put it on YouTube.